About the choice of orchid plant materials, is it more appropriate to use leaf rot soil or pine bark? This problem has been torn by many novice flower friends. Even when I first entered the pit, I was in trouble. Put my years of experience, summarized into this dry goods, share with everyone. Hurry up and collect it. Make sure that you have an idea after listening to the orchid friends. So let's talk about leaf rot. It's like a nutritious fast food for orchids. Fallen leaves rot naturally in the woods, formed humus soil. It's full of the decomposed essence of plants. What nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium? Trace elements are readily available, especially the kind leaf rot soil dug from deep mountains and old forests. You can smell the forest in your hand. Our common spring orchid, Cymbidium, these national orchid varieties. The leaves raised with leaf rot soil are very beautiful. Flowering is also very energetic. But now the bagged rotten soil sold on the market. Many of them are quick, not fully fermented. It is easy to burn roots if used directly, whether we buy it or collect it ourselves. Be sure to spread out and expose to the sun for 3 days, and then soak it in carbendazim. This will both kill bacteria and make the fertilizer milder. What about the pine bark? The biggest advantage of pine bark is that it is breathable. You think orchid roots have to breathe? I'll show you if I'm bored for a minute. Simulating the native environment with pine bark. Roots can grow freely in crevices, but be careful. The pine bark must be fermented. Fresh bark can cause fever, and better to break it to the size of a fingernail. Too large will affect the water retention. Soak the pine bark in water and pinch it. What can be easily softened is fermented. At this point you may have to ask, do I have to choose one? That's not true either. We can mix lunch boxes with plant ingredients. Mix leaf rot soil and pine bark 3 to 7. Add some peanut shells and volcanic rock. The soil prepared like this, it is nutritious and breathable. Watering in summer is not afraid of stuffy roots. Keep warm in winter, but a wet one like Moran, you can add more rot soil. And big flower orchids are afraid of stagnant water. You should put more pine bark. But we raise orchids no matter how good the soil is. It also depends on the maintenance. If you use leaf rot soil, remember to wring it out and do not apply it. Wait until the surface turns white before watering. You can be more diligent with pine bark, because it dries fast. No matter what mechanism is used, you have to change the soil every year or 2. Otherwise, no matter how good the material is, it will harden and deteriorate. There is no absolute standard answer for raising orchids. It's like cooking with salt. There are people who are clear and some people are heavy. We need to observe the reaction of our own orchids. Pine bark can be used more in humid areas in the south. If the north is dry, increase the proportion of leaf rot soil appropriately. Remember, are the orchids well raised? 3 points depend on materials. 7 points by heart. Do you remember?